Welcome to A Rumor of Stitches. My name is Janice and you can find me on Instagram as KillerQueen2485 and right here on YouTube as A Rumor of Stitches. Thanks and enjoy the show. Okay, I thought I would show you what I did to make the pieces like this that I had made left over from the squares that I had bought to put in my cathedral window quilt. I buy the charm packs, and then the ones that were left over, I would take another set of unique pieces and put them together light to dark and create two squares that look like this, and I'm going to use those to make a different quilt. And all I did was I drew a line corner to corner, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew a seam that's 1/4 inch away from this side and 1/4 inch away from this side, and then cut it in half. And when you cut it in half, of course, it's a half square triangle, and when you put two of them together, you have a square back, and that's what I'm going to make a different quilt out of. So all you do is take two of your pieces, put them together, and just sew a 1/4 inch on each side. When I get a few of them put together, I don't clip them apart. I leave them chained together. And all I do is just turn it around and start going back down the other side. And that way they stay together and they form a chain. And then when you get to the end of one, you just orient the other one and you just keep going. Then when I have them all chained together, then I clip them apart between the two. When you put them together and you cut them apart on this drawn line that you've drawn down the center, you end up with two half square triangles that you have sewn into a square, and then you trim them up, and this is going to be the squares that I put in a different quilt. Now with this one, you don't have to be really exact, like perfect 1/4 inch seam allowance, because all of these blocks are going to be trimmed. So if it's a little bit over 1/4 of an inch or a little bit under, it's really not going to make a difference. When I trim them all up, they will all come out to be the same size. See, even this piece of fabric isn't actually a 5-inch square like the one on top. I was one short from having a pair, so I just got a random piece of fabric that I hadn't cut a 5-inch square out of yet and just matched it up, and when I get done, I'll trim it up and nobody will know. Okay, now that I've got a whole stack of them done, all I'll do is I'll go in between each one and just clip them apart. Now when you're doing chain stitching, it does save on time, it saves on thread, and you don't have to worry about stacking up all of the pieces until you're finished at the end. I have all of my squares sewn 1/4 inch on each side of this line, and what I'm going to do now is take the clips off and just cut down this center line. Now you can use a rotary cutter, but I just do this while I'm watching TV. I'm not in any big hurry, so I just use my scissors, and then I have blocks that look like this. I have to clarify something. I don't really watch TV. I watch YouTube videos. I watch videos of makers. I watch pretty much anything that just pops up. I do have a few people that I subscribe to. I have, I watch the Yarn Hoarder. I watch the Mean Girls podcast, which they haven't done a whole lot, but I confess I actually rewatch it because they are hilarious. I watch the Crazy Lamp Lady, Sue Me. I watch a lot of thrifting videos. Not that I'm a thrifter by profession or anything, but I do love to go thrifting and look for things that are nostalgic that I had when I was little, or you know, just things that remind me of things that I either wanted and never got, or that I had and I don't have anymore. This is the bag that I'm keeping my half square triangle blocks in while I'm working on them. I haven't started putting them into a quilt yet, but I'm just going to show you what I have in the bag. I have some that have already been ironed, and I was going to show you all the quilt blocks that I have ready to be ironed out and ready to be made into a quilt. And I mentioned this earlier that I have a whole stack of these little postcard things for when I make orders to Missouri Star Quilt Company. And I have all of them that I have received. I've got like a little stack here. And these are the papers that went to all of the charm packs. Each charm pack measures 5 by 5 inch squares. I keep saying 5.5, I don't know why, but they're all 5 inch squares. And these are all the labels, and eventually I'll get rid of them. And the next time that you see these, they will all be pressed out, and hopefully they will be made into a quilt top as well. Thanks for watching A Rumor of Stitches. My name is Janice, and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, and make sure to hit the bell if you want notifications when I put up new videos. Thanks.